Good morning and welcome to the channel on this 4th day of July, which is American Independence Day, but the subject today is not that. The subject is why Russia is increasingly targeting Ukraine, especially civilian targets. And here's what the main question I ask is why they're attacking Ukraine more and why mostly civilian targets. Well, the core reason Russia is intensifying attacks is to force Ukrainian capitulation during peace talk posturing. Posturing means they're talking peace but don't really mean it. Putin has recently reiterated that Russia will only negotiate if Ukraine accepts maximalist demands, which essentially is a surrender, which is not going to happen. As Ukraine, the US and Europe explore negotiations, Russia is increasingly pressurizing to improve its bargaining position, and that's what it's all about. And it is to compensate for military setbacks and domestic weakness at home. Their spring-summer 2026 offensive has stalled. Ukrainian drone dominance and counterattacks are inflicting high costs. Escalating long-range strikes allows Russia to project strength despite failing to make meaningful territorial gains. The thing is targeting things like power plants, oil plants, etc., whereas Russia are targeting civilians. And the reason for that is that they want to retaliate to distract from their own internal problems. After domestic embarrassments, including Ukraine striking deep inside Russia and even forcing Russia to request permission for its Victory Day parade, the Kremlin escalated missile and drone attacks to restore an image of control. Why are civilian targets hit so heavily? Well, basically, Russia has carried out hundreds of coordinated attacks on Ukraine's electricity grid, heating systems and transmission lines. These attacks have destroyed over half of Ukraine's energy producing capacity and caused nationwide rolling blackouts, affecting up to 80% of the population. As winter temperatures fall below -15 to -20, leaving civilians without heat, water or electricity for days and weeks. This is intended to freeze civilians, collapses, force mass displacement and break societal resilience. They're doing deliberately terror attacks on cities. Recent Russian attacks have included 73 missile and 656 drones in a single night, heavily hitting Kiev. Damage to residential buildings, preschools, medical clinics, gas stations, and they've also used cluster munitions in Dnipro, killing civilians, including children. These are classic coercive terror tactics and make life unbearable, so the population pressures the Ukrainian government to end the war. What this means strategically? Well, Russia's intensified civilian targeting reflects a shift towards attrition warfare. They want leverage. Domestic messaging show Russians that the Kremlin is still in control despite battlefield failures, and punitive intent to punish Ukraine for resisting, for striking inside Russia. In my belief, none of this will make a jot of difference. The whole of the European Union is reinforcing Ukraine's ability to fight back. which means that Russia will, I believe, eventually escalate to something that could be much more dangerous, i.e. tactical nuclear weapons. I may be wrong, I hope I'm wrong. But as it stands at the moment, this war of attrition can just go on for years and years and years. I hope it doesn't, but let's see what happens. I'll report as I find it. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.